So, how does memory work? Memory is weird. It's that filing cabinet in your skull that somehow remembers the lyrics to a serial jingle from 2008 but forgets your phone mid sentence. It's the universe's most important feature running on the world's least reliable software. If the brain is a computer, then memory isn't the hard drive. It's more like a group chat between neurons, full of half truths, typos, and that one overconfident friend who swears they remember it perfectly. See, your brain doesn't store memories, it rebuilds them. Every single time you recall something, you're not opening a video file, you're repainting the scene from scratch using old, half-dried paint. Each memory you retrieve gets slightly retouched before being saved again. Like your brain's running Photoshop on your past. By your 30s, most of your childhood is basically a collaborative fanfiction written by your neurons. That's because memory starts in the hippocampus. The hippocampus, the tiny save button of your mind. Whenever you experience something, say dropping your phone in a puddle, your hippocampus decides whether it's worth turning that humiliation into long-term data. If yes, it files it away. If not, gone forever. Like your childhood toys or that one password you swore you'd remember. Your brain isn't logical about what it keeps either. It's emotional. The more feelings attached to a moment, the stronger the memory. It's why you can recall the exact smell of your ex's shampoo but not where you parked the car. Your brain's basically like, yes, trauma, save. Tax forms, delete. Now memory comes in flavors. There's sensory memory, which lasts less than a second, like the flicker of headlights at night. Short-term memory, which can hold about 7 things at once, roughly the mental capacity of a goldfish with a to-do list. And long-term memory, the deep archive where everything from your first day of school to that one YouTube video you can't stop coding lives. But the joke here is that long-term memory isn't really long-term. It's rewritten every time you recall it. So when you tell your friends that legendary story for the 10th time, you're not remembering it, you're editing it. By now, the version in your head might have a better soundtrack and fewer witnesses. That's why eyewitness testimonies are unreliable. Your brain is a professional liar, but with good intentions. It doesn't want accuracy, it wants coherence. It's not preserving history, it's curating it. And then comes forgetting, which sounds tragic but is actually mercy. If you remembered everything, your mind would be a landfill of useless data. Every blink, every breath, every time you open your fridge at 2 a.m., all stacked like old receipts. Forgetting is your brain's garbage collection system, deleting clutter to keep the system running. That's why repetition works when studying. It's basically screaming at your neurons, don't delete this please. Memory is also a drama queen about context. You don't just remember facts, you remember environments. That's why you can perfectly recall a song in your car but forget every word on stage. Your brain files information under locations, not logic, which is why it's terrible at exams and great at shower thoughts. Sleep, by the way, is the unsung hero here. When you sleep, your brain replays the day's footage, deciding what to keep and what to dump. So if you're pulling all-nighters to study, you're actually sabotaging the save process. It's like unplugging your PC mid-update and then wondering why nothing works. And nostalgia? That's memory's cruelest trick. It's not a replay, it's remix. Your brain re-edits the past, color corrects it, adds emotional reverb and calls it simpler times. Childhood wasn't easier, it was just poorly documented. Nostalgia is less the truth and more a highlight reel produced by denial. But memory doesn't stop at the individual level. Humans externalized it. We made collective memory. Stories, photos, the internet. Every selfie, every note, every dumb tweet is humanity's way of saying, please don't forget me. We're basically a species of hoarders, terrified of deletion. Even our cloud storage is just an artificial hippocampus, constantly full, constantly reorganized and occasionally corrupted. So how does memory work? It doesn't, at least not the way we think. It's less like a recording and more like improvisational theater, where your neurons are the actors, your emotions the script, and the reality the part everyone keeps forgetting. And yet somehow it's what makes you, you. You are the accumulation of everything your brain decided to keep. A mosaic of emotions, glitches, and rewrites stitched together in a story you call your life. It's not accurate, but it's yours. So the next time you misplace your keys or argue about who said what, relax. You're not broken, you're just a biological historian with a flair for fiction. Because memory isn't about remembering, it's about meaning. It's proof that even when we forget, something in us still insists on holding on. And maybe that's the real miracle. that a messy, unreliable, ever changing system somehow manages to keep the story going.